हेलो फ्रेंड्स, गुड मॉर्निंग। वेलकम टू साई क्लासेस। फ्रेंड्स, आज मैं आपको हिंदुस्तान टाइम्स का एडिटोरियल पैसेज ऑफ 19 मई 2023 फ्राइडे विद द स्पीड ऑफ 80 वर्ड पर मिनट शेयर कर रहा हूँ। फ्रेंड, लेट्स स्टार्ट। LRS tweak is ill conceived. The move to levy tax at sources on credit card spends abroad may raise the compliance burden and spur the use of cash. Full stop. Reconsider it. The Union Finance Ministry's decision to include international spending on credit cards within the $250,000 which an individual is allowed to remit abroad annually under the liberalized remittance schemes is a bureaucratic, self-defeating and regressive more than threatens to undo the gains made in formalizing transactions and easing compliance stop. It means individuals will have to bear the burden of 20% tax collected at source, duly refundable when returns are filed for transactions in a foreign currency, irrespective of whether this is being done abroad or from India. Stop. There have been clarification since both on record and off, but some of these merely add to the complexity. Stop. And the emphasis that only HNIs, high net worth individuals, will be affected seems to suggest it is fine to do this to the rich, even the well-off, given that an increasing number of Indians are now traveling overseas, a sentiment out of place in 21st century India, because this money will eventually be returned on filing tax returns. Credit card issuers and banks must be quelling at the paperwork involved. There will be no significant boost to the government's revenue. Stop. It will add avoidable friction to compliance and make an otherwise straightforward process nightmare. Full stop. LRS was reformist, allowing Indians to spend and invest abroad up to a specific ceiling. Full stop. Using an increased TCS. This was the change made in budget 2023 to plug a potential loopholes of people not paying tax in India. Sending a lot of money abroad is one thing and understandable, but reducing the LR's limit by clubbing international credit card transactions into it is another. It might have been easier for the government to go after those in breach or simply reduce the LRS limit, instituting a regime that will result in more compliance and paperwork, inevitably stymie private spending and overseas travel and reduce the amount Indians can invest overseas is not the way to go about it. The underlying thoughts process that the best way to monitor something is to tax it is also deeply worrying. Full stop. The new regime will affect individuals and business alike in an environment where many business expenses are done on personal credit cards and then reimbursed. Stop. It emanates from the protectionist mindset that India has long shared and is out of step with an otherwise vibrant economy. Full stop. Not only will the change lead to more headache for the citizen, it will likely reverse gains made in cashless transactions. Stop. Worse still, it may lead to a rise in untraceable transactions as people may opt for hawala routes again to avoid the hassle of paying the tax and then waiting for refunds. LRS was meant to promote trade and investment, check money laundering, and facilitate seamless capital flows in and out of the country. It was a strong step towards credibility. Stop. The change threatens to defeat these aims in a single stroke. Stop. It must be rolled back. तो थैंक यू दोस्तों, थैंक यू वेरी मच. यदि आपको मेरा वीडियो पसंद आए, आप दोस्तों सब्सक्राइब करना, लाइक करना और अपने डाउट्स मुझे व्हाट्सएप नंबर पे शेयर कर सकते हो. तो थैंक यू दोस्तों. इफ़ यू हैव टू मेक द प्रैक्टिस लाइक दैट, इट इज़ नियर अबाउट द स्पीड ऑफ 80 वर्ड पर मिनट. आप इसे 100 and 120 तक इसको प्रैक्टिस में लेना. तो थैंक यू दोस्तों, थैंक यू वेरी मच. बाय, गुड बाय.